sweating or glowing. I'm not completely sure, to be honest with you. And as you can see by the title of this video, this is a topic, this is a situation, this is a story that I have been avoiding for the last 5 years. If you are an OG subscriber, you know that the first time that I mentioned this girl, mentioned this situation, mentioned this weirdness was literally 5 or 6 years ago, and I've been avoiding it ever since then because the first time that I talked about her and the situation, weird stuff was happening during the video. I don't know what the video is called. It's somewhere on my page from like 5-6 years ago, but like lights were flickering, my back, like it was crazy, and I didn't feel comfortable talking about it because I felt like, anyways, either way, today I'm gonna be telling you about one situation that happened with her, and I've only told you guys literally like 0.1% of the things that have happened with her. So this is a story that is not, this is not even the worst thing that happened that has to do with this psychic girl. Okay, so like I said, I told you guys like 0.1% of the things that have happened with her while I went to school with her. And can I just break this down for you guys really quickly? I know the title of this video says psychic girl or psychic classmate. I'm not sure what I'm gonna title it, but I know the word psychic is somewhere in there. And I know in past videos I have labeled her as a psychic, but if you guys don't know, I have a membership, okay? And on my membership, I talk like directly with my members. I DM them, we have conversations, whatever. So I was on a video call with one of my members, and she just asked me to explain this situation to her. And when I explained the situation, which is what I'm about to tell you guys right now, she opened my eyes to something. She is not psychic. Bitch, she is a witch or something. Like, black magic is 100% involved in these situations. She is not a normal person. She's not a normal girl. She's just not. And I feel like the reason why, let's get into this. Let me get comfortable, okay? I feel like the reason why I always labeled her as a psychic or felt as though she was psychic is because of this one situation. And this has nothing to do with the actual story that I'm gonna tell you. This is like a mini story time on the side for you guys, okay? But before we start, I ask that the Lord watches over me and I do not accept any negative energy, none whatsoever. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus, okay? I'm rejecting all negative energy from telling these stories. I'm saying it right now. The reason why it took me so long to even do this video is because after I did the last video about her, one of my family members got COVID. And I don't know if it was a coincidence. I'm very like superstitious. So I felt like if anything bad happens after I upload this video, it has to do with her. That's how I felt. That's still how I feel, to be honest with you, because the situation and the circumstances around that is very odd. But like I said, I rebuke it in the name of the Lord, okay? Y'all pray for me. The reason why I labeled her a psychic is because of this one situation. And like I said, this has nothing to do with the actual video that I'm gonna tell you guys. This is just a side story time. So basically, as you guys know, I wasn't the most popular in my school. Not popular at all, to be completely honest. But do y'all realize that the people who weren't popular are the ones that are popping now? Y'all realize that yet? Just wondering. But anywho, one day I was in the washroom of my school. I didn't really talk to this girl. I kind of like, I minded my business regardless. I feel like every video I talk about, I say I mind my business. But anyways, I was minding my business. I tried to take a little pee-pee, you know what I mean? I was just trying to do a little tinkle winkle or whatever. And she was in the washroom and she looked very like, not distressed, but you could just tell that she was sad or she had been crying or like something had happened. And although back then, especially back then, I was not the type of person to be like, oh my God, are you okay? There's just something that like made me speak to her and say something. So I remember saying like, are you okay? Are you all right? Something along those lines. And she looked at me and she said nothing. I was like, are you okay? And she just looked at me like, it didn't say anything. I was like, okay, like I don't know what am I supposed to do now? I'm not really sure. So I took a little tinkle winkle, and when I came out of the bathroom stall now, she started talking to me. And she talks really low and soft, so you have to like really listen and open your ears to hear what she was saying. But she said something, listen to this, freaky. She said something along the lines of like, you're gonna make a lot of people happy. You're funnier than you think. As long as you continue being yourself, good things will continue to happen. Like it's like she was giving me a little reading in the washroom. You get what I'm saying? And I can't remember word for word what she said, but all I know is what she said to me in that washroom connects to what's going on in my life now. My YouTube channel, my subscribers, the emails I get from you guys, like it just connected. So back when I made my first story time about about her, or the first time I even mentioned her, that's why I called her a psychic, because I was like, I remember what she said in that bathroom, and everything that she said is what is happening, which is kind of weird, kind of scary, and to me, is psychic. Like, you're a psychic, bitch, you a psychic. That's how I felt. But like I said, after telling this story to one of my members and talking to her on FaceTime, we both came to the conclusion that, bitch, this is black magic. It's black magic. So I'm gonna tell you guys one situation, and again, like I said, it is not the biggest situation that happened with her. I just feel like there are certain things that if I say, bad things may happen, and I don't want to go through that again. That's just the truth. So I'm just gonna tell you a little inky binky winky one, okay? Since a lot of y'all keep asking me to do it. Okay, so there's this guy in my math class who barely went to class, to be honest. I probably saw him, like, then again, maybe it was me. Maybe I didn't go to class. I can't be blaming it on him. I wasn't going to class all the time, so I don't know. Maybe he was there and I wasn't. But this guy in my math class, he was very like bossy, he was a show off. Like, he would literally come to school, even though it was against dress code, with like a bunch of chains on his neck, iced out watch, the newest Jordans. He was probably one of the only guys in the school that actually drove a car, and he wasn't quiet about it. He wasn't humble about it. He was very like in your face. Like, if he were to get into an argument with a teacher, for instance, I remember him getting in an argument with our math teacher and him literally being like to a grown ass man who's like 65 years old, and at the time you're probably what, 17? I remember him saying to the teacher, I make more money than you, shut up and sit down. Like, he was just ignorant. He was just disgustingly ignorant, show off, not humble, not grateful, like everything you hate in your favorite rapper. That's the only way I could put it. Like, everything you hate about your favorite rapper was this guy. He always had a bunch of rings on, like I said, necklaces, just decked out in the newest shit, the newest phone, the newest MP3 player, because that's what we were listening to back then. Always had music playing on his phone while he walked down the hallways. Even though teachers would tell him to turn it off, he would still just turn it up to like cancel out the teacher's voice. Always in trouble, just like a mess of a child, okay? But that's what we knew him for. We knew him to be the guy who is just an ignorant asshole. That's the only way we could put it. But on top of him being an ignorant asshole, he was also a bully, specifically to the psychic girl. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people bullied her, like little underlining remarks or calling her weird, creepy, whatever the case may be, but he like dug deep. Whenever he had to say something to her or about her to hurt her feelings or to make her feel less than, he would do so from the other side of the school. I'm talking about he's on this side of the hall and he sees her all the way down there. And the only reason why it's so obvious that it's hers, because I don't know if I mentioned this in another video, but she used to sometimes have like colorful dreads that were really long. Like, you could just tell it's her. She had a very unique style, a very unique personality. Like, she did her makeup uniquely. I ain't saying nothing negative, so you know what I'm saying? But you could just tell it was her from a mile away. Whenever he wanted to like disrespect her, he would do it from the other side of the school. He'd be like, oh, your hair's green now, freak? Hey, yo, freak! Like, from so far, so everybody in the hallway, in the school, would know that he's talking about her, and then people would be giggling, people would be laughing, people would be pointing, and this was constant. Like, anytime I saw her, it was almost as if he was like stalking her, because every time I saw her, I heard him. It's like, nigga, leave her alone. It's giving in love. It's giving like you actually really like her, because why would you spend this much time and this much energy on somebody you don't like? That's how I feel personally. Anytime I saw her, I heard him. It's weird. Fast forward to one day where he basically took it way too far. Like, I don't care who you are, how much money you make, what kind of car you drive, like, nobody has the right to do what he did. So I remember this day, she had pink and orange dreads, really, really long, like long dreads. And I guess as a joke or like to make fun of her or to embarrass her, whatever the case may be, he literally took one of her dreads and pulled them all the way out. They were extensions, they weren't her real hair. So like, I guess he pulled hard enough for the dread to slip out of her hair. And mind you, they're long. Like, these dreads are long. Not only long, but like thick, like probably like that big. So pretend this is the dread. When he pulled the dread off, he started doing this with the dread. I don't remember what he was saying. I don't remember if he was rapping or singing. It was some ignorant shit. After he did this, Somehow, the attention gets brought to me. Let me explain. I have a video on my channel called The Whole School Wanted to Fight Me, okay? This was after that fight. And if you guys don't know, after that whole entire situation, everyone in the school called me and my friend a snitch. We were snitches, okay? Snitches. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go find the video on my page. It's called The Whole School Wanted to Fight Me. It's a story time from way back when. It's a really old story time, but if you haven't watched it, go watch it. So the attention gets brought to me because I'm in his eye view and he's just an asshole. And he goes with her dread in his hand. Hey, rats. What's going on, rats? Why are you such a rat? Insinuating that I'm a snitch, okay? It's a long story. Just go watch the story time, you'll get it. And of course, I didn't say anything because, bitch, I'm shy and I don't want no problems with nobody. What? I remember closing my locker and walking away because I was like, I don't want the attention on me and people are looking and people are watching, people are laughing. I don't want anything to do with this. As I'm walking away to go to my class, I hear people like, not screaming, but like, like that kind of reaction. So I turn around and I see that homegirl, the psychic girl, has one of his chains in her hand as if she like snatched his chain off. She was like, bitch, you wanna snatch my dress off? I'm gonna take this chain. Like she really like just took it. I held my books in my hand like this. I just turned around, I was just watching. I was like, I ain't go to class yet. I didn't even care if I'm a snitch and y'all looking at me, y'all laughing. I don't give a damn. You go, girl. Do the damn thing. Take that damn chain. That's how I feel. Take the damn chain. Take all of them, matter of fact. Every single, she had like 5 chains on at the time. Take all 5 of them chains off. I was rooting for her. We were all rooting for her. How dare you? But she took one of his chains and this is where she gets weird. I'm not gonna repeat what she said. I'm not gonna repeat what she said. I don't even know what she said. But she had his chain in her hand. She said something, broke off a smaller piece of the chain, which to me equals that, nigga, that wasn't even real. That wasn't even real gold, bitch. You trying to stun on people. You trying to stun on motherfuckers. And you rocking fake gold. Do better. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. Okay? But she ripped a smaller piece of the chain off. She said something like literally gibberish, mumbling, didn't make sense. I don't know, guys. And this is why we're saying it's black magic. She ripped it off and threw the bigger piece at his face and walked off and was like throwing the chain in her hand like this while saying something and walked off like just into the distance. He was calling her to all types of bitch, all types of ugly, all types of this and all types of that. She just kept walking and she was just, I wish I could show you guys. She was just like this. Like it didn't make sense. What she was saying didn't make any sense at all. And then she left while he's cussing her. As days go by, this man starts to like literally lose everything. His brand new shoes that he bought. I remember he bought like I think they're called bathing apes. I don't remember what they're called. Some new shoe that nobody had. He was wearing them and word around school, I didn't see this myself, but word around school was that the sole of the shoe like came off, like it slid off while he was just randomly walking. He wasn't running, he wasn't playing basketball, he was just walking and like the sole of the shoe slid off and everyone was talking about it because they were making fun of him, laughing at him because he's an asshole. And that better not be her at the door. That better not be her at the door. Y'all pray for me. Oh my God. Wrong house. But it was literally a lady. I'm sorry, I have to put my phone down. It was just now, who was at the door? It was literally a lady with dreads running away. And as I opened the door to look who it was, she said wrong house. Am I tripping? I think I'm thinking too deep within it. Maybe it really was just the wrong house. And that's it, okay? That's what we're gonna stick with because I refuse to believe. It was a little bit scary, but she seemed nice. She just said wrong house. So I'm good, I feel okay. But that's just weird. It's just, anyways, let's get straight back into it. Let me catch my breath really quick. So everyone was just making fun of him because like the sole of his shoe slid off. People were talking about how his gold chains are like rusted now. And I don't know if that has anything to do with her. I personally believe and thought from the beginning, from the time I saw his chains, that them's is fake. Them's is fake. Okay, I didn't even hesitate to believe, okay? But they're talking about how his chains are rusting and his neck's turning green. He just started to be the laughing stock of the school. When I say the laughing stock of the school, like everybody was clowning this guy for having fake jewelry. They said that his shoes were fake. That's why the sole slid off. He stopped driving to school. He started taking a bus like everybody else. So people were clowning him for that. Like you used to pull up in the school and be like, oh, you broke bitches, you broke niggas. Like, look at me, I'm in my BMW. Now you on the bus with the rest of us. Now you on the bus with the rest of us. Now you on the bus, but the bus. It was just like everything that he tried so hard to be was slipping away at his fingers. And people were talking about it, and people were clowning him, and people would be like, where your chains at? Because he stopped wearing his chains, but his neck was still green. But the neck was still green. It was still giving greenery. You know, I used to make fun of him too, but like under my breath, because I didn't want him to, you know, do anything and say nothing to me because I was the school snitch. But he turned into everyone's victim. And it's the fact that I saw him and his neck was actually green. Like, you know how they say your neck turns green when you wear fake gold? It was a different type of green. Like, his neck was not only green, but it was bumpy. It was like boils. Like, it was gross. It was nasty. Like, seeing his neck was disgusting. And he had short hair, so it's not like he could cover it up or anything. He just came to school with like the nastiest skin condition plus green on his neck. But that's not where it ends. The reason why I'm telling you this story out of all the stories that I have about her is because, one, I don't think it's something that's like that serious to the point where like something actually might happen to me and something bad might happen and like I'll regret posting it. It barely has anything to do with me, and I feel like he deserved that 100%. He was a bad person. He was a bad guy. He was rude. He was a bully. And what happens next? I mean, shit, this is where the black magic comes in for real. I feel like it's black magic because after that situation, everything that happened, his neck turning green, his shoe falling apart, him not having a car anymore, him basically going broke, the fact that she was throwing it up and saying that mumbly jumbly and then all that happens after, to me, that's black magic, point blank, period. But the reason why I'm saying this, oh my God. I don't know why my light just turned off. Stop. I'm not doing this again with y'all. Okay, I think it just slipped out. I think the back of it just slipped out. The reason why I'm telling you guys this to begin with is because not recently, but like for the past, when did I leave Scarborough? If you guys don't know, I don't live in Scarborough anymore. I left Scarborough like 2 years ago. But like for the past 4 years before I moved out of Scarborough, at the area, I'm gonna tell you the area you guys might bump into. I don't even care. I'm gonna tell you guys everything. At the area of Morningside and Kingston Road in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. That same guy who used to bully her, who used to antagonize her, who used to harass her, who she eventually did black magic on. I don't know what the black magic was. I don't know how long she did it for, but bitch, he's begging for money on the side of the road at Morningside and Kingston. I kid you not. I swear to God. I swear to God, the Lord up above. I swear to God. Literally, he is a panhandler. Literally, dirty clothes. Literally broke. Can you imagine? And this is years later, years after she did her black magic spell on that nigga. He is homeless, asking for change. I'm dead serious. I feel like I need a whisper. Oh my God. So my conclusion is she put like a money curse on him. Some kind of money curse, some kind of like go broke for life curse. Like he's down bad. He's down bad. I remember I was in the drive-thru at the McDonald's at Morningside and Kingston, and he scared the shit out of me coming to the side of the window asking for change. My window was already down, so I couldn't just wind it up and ignore him. So when he came and asked me for change, I had a toonie, a $2 coin, and I put it in his hand so he could leave me alone. And he looked me in my eyes, and he asked me, did we go to the same high school? And I looked at him and I was like, nigga, I know you. You used to bully me. You used to bully everybody and their sisters and grandmothers. And now you asking me for change. It's a damn shame. It's a shame. Anyways, guys, that's how the cookie crumbles. That's why you should always be nice to people, regardless of what they can give you or regardless of what they cannot, okay? Just be a good person and God will bless you. Who God blesses, no man can curse. Remember that. But I truly believe that at the end of the day, it was black magic. Do you agree with me? Let me know in the comment section down below, or leave a comment down below and let me know if you know anything about black magic, what you think she might have done. Are there certain like spells or something like that that they like? I don't know nothing about black magic. It's my subscriber, my member, who like put me on to this black magic conundrum, this theory, this conspiracy. I don't know what it is. All I know is she threw the chain up in the air, she said a few words, and the nigga broke. He broke. So let me know in the comment section down below if you have any extra information that may help me in figuring out what really happened, what really went on during those days. Anyways, guys, make sure you follow me. No, I don't use Snapchat. I use Twitter, but I'm not accepted. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Both of them are going to be in the description box down below for your convenience. But leave a comment down below and let me know what you think it is, because it's black magic to me, honestly. Because what are the odds? What are the odds that you go from a gloating ass, show off ass, rich ass, boastful ass nigga to homeless after a girl throws your chain up and says a few words? It sounds pretty black magic-y to me. That's all I'm saying. Love you guys so much. Don't gotta tell you twice. And I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.